Good afternoon, I'm Drew Barca, and I wanted to make this video because I feel it's important to correct some of the lies and rumors that are going around, especially with the two folks this video is going to be about, John Daniels and Laura Churchill. I feel like after all this time, and I just heard recently that they're still lying about this event, I feel like it's time to get the record out there, so I'm going to go ahead and release the video of the time when they trespassed on our property. And it wasn't the first time either. So we're going to go through the events. I'm going to show you what they're claiming happened, which isn't true. So to begin with, I'm going to set the scene a little bit. We had some company over having dinner. We're all sitting at our kitchen table, and their vehicle pulls up and basically parks in our ditch on our property. Immediately, we knew who it was because there's a history with this John Daniels. He's posting all kinds of nonsense, online, and who knows what he's saying. I've never spoken to the guy. I've never met the guy or his wife, Laura Churchill. So we immediately knew who it was. We all get up and we're like, oh, look, it's John Daniels again. He's going to make another, diagram of our house or whatnot. So my wife goes out to tell him to get off our property because he's parked on our property. He's outside taking pictures or whatever. So that's basically the scene setter for what happened, and we'll go through this a little bit more. But I want to show you now what they're saying happened, and they continue to this day to lie about it. And then I'm going to show you the video of what actually happened, and we'll go ahead and talk about that here in a minute. So let's go. All right, so I showed you what their version of the story is with their post online. A couple things to pay attention to before we get into the actual video. One of them is they more or less claim they didn't know what yard they were stopping at, which is completely false. They've been harassing us and lying and doing spreading all kinds of false stories forever. You can go on their own little Facebook group. You can go, I don't know what they're saying because I don't talk to them. So they knew exactly where they were stopping. I feel like they were doing it intentionally. They were trying to either show their dominance or say, look what we can do. We can stop on your property and there's nothing you can do about it. Things like that. But they knew exactly where they were stopping. And the video will show that. They weren't having car trouble. You don't stop where they stopped. If you have tire trouble, as they say, they would have never been able to fix the tire. Right across the road is a better place to stop. They could have stopped in our driveway where they actually could have fixed their tire. So they knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to be on our front yard. They wanted to prove to us that they could be there when they can't. And then the fact that he's literally out there, taking pictures, which you'll see in the video. He wasn't there because of car problems. So there's that. And then two, if you notice, he says that my wife comes storming out of the house, yelling and cussing explicitives and all this other nonsense. When she didn't, she was very polite. She even called him sir. But the fact is, we know who he was. He's been here before. He's always driving by our house, stopping in front of it, always doing things to us to put us in a bad light. So he wasn't here for any legitimate reason other than to try to, intimidate us, which is a joke, or harass us, or to make the town believe more of their lies about us. Not sure which. So pay attention to that as we get into the video. And once we watch the video, then we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it some more.
You're trespassing! Get your vehicle off my property, sir! Hey! Excuse me! Hey! Hey! Can you not hear me? You're trespassing! Get your vehicle off my property!
All right, so now that you've seen the video, you can see they clearly trespassed. No one buys their story that they had car trouble. Complete lie. They've been here before. Again, we have a history with them. And I'll show you the time they were here before. I don't believe Laura Churchill was there with them, but John Daniels definitely was. So it's a complete fabrication of events. And my thing is, if you come to our house and you have a story to tell, fine, tell it. Don't lie. Don't stretch the truth, or don't omit things that happen to feed your false story about things. If we did something, we'll tell you. Sure, take pictures of our yard. Go ahead. You don't have to. You're not going to stop on our property and do it. You're not going to walk up on our yard and trespass and do it. But one thing I found funny, and I'm going to show you another post, is they didn't. I guess they didn't realize we have video, for one. And two, they couldn't figure out how we knew where they are. You've been doing things to us for probably over a year now. Same with a lot of other people in town. You've been spreading your rumors and your lies and your false narratives. You've been doing that to us, me and my family. You don't think I don't know who you are? And you don't think I don't know where you live? So the Officer Graves didn't need to tell us where you lived. We already knew where you lived. We already knew who you were. Like I said, John Daniels and Laura Churchill have been doing things to us for a very long time now. And again, I'm just sick of the lies. And they're continuing to this day to spread this false narrative about this event in particular, to put me and my wife and my family in a bad light and make us seem like these monsters, when they're the ones who stopped and trespassed on our property. They're the ones who tried to I guess, assert their dominance and walk in our yard and take pictures so they could post more junk on social media. And it's kind of ridiculous. So I'll show you the post where she talks about her interaction with the Saltillo Police Department. And then I'll get into the videos about the time they did it before. So you just watched the other time that John Daniels was here trespassing on our property. So again, he used up his benefit of the doubt the first time. We knew exactly who he was. We knew exactly what he was doing. He did it intentionally. And then he basically told a false story about what happened. You saw what happened. And again, I want to reiterate, you got a story to tell it. But don't stretch the truth. Don't make it a blatant lie. Don't try to make us out to be the bad people when we're not. More often than not, if you come over here to cause problems, you're on video. So if you say your lies, I'm just going to bring out the video and prove you that you're lying about what happened. And again, this isn't the first time. I don't know what problem this gentleman has with us, or his wife or girlfriend, whatever she is. I don't know why. Never met him, never talked to him, but he's constantly spreading false stories about us, false things about us, sometimes blatant lies about us. I hear he has a connection to the bar across the street. I hear other things. I don't really know for sure. It's something you would have to ask him about. And to also remember, a lot of times there's other people at our house, just like in this instance. We had guests over for dinner. there was a whole room full of people that saw what John Daniels and Laura Churchill did. It wasn't just us. Beyond the fact we had video, there were other people in our kitchen videoing on their phones what was going on. So, you know, it's not always just us in our videos. A lot of times it's other people in our house doing this as well. And again, don't think I don't know who you are or where you live. The difference is I'm not a lowlife. I'm not going to come to your house and try to intimidate your family or harass your family or call your family names or racial slurs or spread false stories about you. So just keep that in mind going forward. And for a little added bonus, here I'm going to toss in just a couple clips of other times that John Daniels has been in front of our house. Not doing anything wrong, but just stopping on Highway 69 in front of our house, doing whatever. I don't know what his intentions are, but, you know, stopping on a highway is kind of weird. I get it. You're going into town. But, you know, the speed limit's 45 and you're stopping in front of somebody's house. So here's just some other clips of him doing that. And stand by for other videos. I'm going to post some other things about some other blatant lies about us going around town. I feel like, you know, enough is enough. Everyone, well, not everyone. Quite a few people in town always want to bash us, and they always want to spread their false stories and make us out to be these monsters. And we're not. So stand by for other videos, and thanks for watching.
What the fuck are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do?